Welcome back to another episode of the Educating the Reckless podcast with your host, Apollo PN.
Nobetternina.
And we're back.
With short time again.
Yeah, man.
Nobody did anything. That's all.
Hey, man.
I'm going to Las Vegas next week, so I'll have a full... tomorrow, so I'll have a full recap. Well, today, because you guys will be listening to it when I leave.
Yes.
But I'll have a full recap that week.
Yes.
Because I'm going to do lots of things there.
Yes.
I mean that in the most wholesome way possible.
I told her to keep her eyes open but her legs closed. So let's just hope that, she heeds my word.
Yes, I will.
So before we get into anything, I just want to say I saw one of a play over the weekend with one of my friend Kapil.
Okay.
And we watched it's called Brother Size.
Okay.
It was one of those...
I think I heard about... Is that the one that Drake went to and his friend was in it or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I watched it. It was good. Oh man, it was hard because I was falling asleep a little bit. My friend had to keep on nudging me to wake up. I'm like, yo. But overall, I got the overall picture of this thing, and I was like, it's a good play.
Okay, that's good.
It's a good play, but there's what I saw way too many white people there.
Way too many.
I saw way too many white people, and they're using the N-word crazy. I'm like, damn, is this
in the play or like just in the crowd?
In the play.
Oh.
And I'm like, damn, is this what white people do to kind of get a glimpse into the black experience? Because all I saw were white people, I could count on my hands how many black people I saw there. So
they said the N-word, but it was a part of the play, obviously. It wasn't just randomly, well, like, was it like who their character was supposed to be, though?
Yeah, it was like, and they were trying to hint at some gay shit that was going on, and I'm like, whoa.
Interesting.
Whoa. But, overall, it was a good play. I would suggest it. If you want to go, if anyone thinks about going to plays, I would go to that play, Brother Size.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to a play before. I was in a play in school. I was a tree in the background.
The last play I went to was some like York orchestrated play, and it was trash.
I don't think I've ever been to like a real play. I was just always in them in elementary school.
Oh, the ones on top of the stage for show and tell?
Yeah. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I was a tree, and I got stuck to another tree, and then one of the teachers had to come and like get us unstuck during the play. It was interesting. I wanted to be Goldilocks, but they had to pick the white girl with the blonde hair, and I'm brown with brown hair.
I mean, they could put a wig on that.
Like, they could have, but they didn't want to.
Okay. All right, so anything else you've done this week, Nina? Or are you just more excited to go to Las Vegas?
I'm more excited for Las Vegas. I went out on Sunday to an all-white party. It was fun. I got really drunk in the end.
You know what I was thinking about? When I was watching over last week, I was like, yo, we're really talented, man.
Are we?
Yeah, I think so.
That's interesting. I've been feeling really down on myself about the way things have been going.
Yeah, but I can understand that. But I was listening. I'm like, yeah, man, I think we're really good at this. It's just that we just need some viral clips to go out.
We need viral clips, but we need to do better on our timing for sure.
It's the timing stuff that messes up. But they don't see that. It's the final product that they see.
Yeah.
So within the final product that they get, I think that we do a pretty good job. I think we do better than most.
Okay.
Most.
I need this is a suggestion. I need a skincare routine because I got off Accutane in September, if anyone has been on it, and I've been fine up until 2 weeks ago. My skin got really fucked up and I don't know what's wrong with it. So I need a skincare routine. I think I'm going to go back to Spectro Gel. Wow. I used to use it in high school and my skin used to be like perfect.
Why don't you use tea tree oil?
I use it, but it's not doing anything. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, maybe
but I need help.
And it's a bad time to go, right?
Yeah, it's so annoying. But anyways, okay, I wanted to just quickly talk about, do you want to talk about this or no? International student arrested facing deportation for working too many hours. There's not really much to go off of it, but it's basically a kid.
For your people, Nina.
It's just a kid from India. Now, the thing I do want to talk about is the Gucci thing, but it's just a kid from India who came in and he's trying to pay for school for him and he's trying to help out his brother. And so he was working a full-time job, but he's not allowed because he's an international student, can only work 20 hours. I mean, I feel bad for him because he was only 10 days away from graduating and like he had like a job and stuff set up. So like
he was 10
days away from graduating. Yeah. Oh, no, not when they arrested him, but like now he's 10 days. Well, whenever the article came out, they arrested him in 2017, I think.
Oh, so he's not 10 ways. He's a year.
But I feel bad because the deportation date is set for May 31st, and I think that maybe is what 10 days away from graduating.
His possible graduation.
Yeah. So if CBSA doesn't give him some sort of thing to let him, or some sort of temporary residency permit, then he has to get deported on May 31st. So that kind of sucks.
Hey, once you get deported from one country, it's harder to get into another country.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It's like at the same time, 20 hours a week is not livable. Like even for someone who's not an international student and who doesn't work, that's definitely not livable. Like even
I think I was making it happen with 20 hours or less.
Yeah, but think about it. It's paycheck to paycheck. So now imagine being out here on your own as an international student from a whole other country, and you have to pay for food, expenses, travel, like living. Like, I don't know. If he was doing 40 hours and graduating, like that's pretty impressive.
40 hours is, yeah. I mean, I thought.
And he was a truck driver too. So it's not like he could study while he's at work, like he's driving.
Oh, he's doing more than 20 hours.
Yeah,
more than 40 hours.
No, it said, well, he probably was, but it said 35 to 40 hours is what he was doing as a truck driver.
Because truck drivers drive about like 12 hours a day, even more.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah. So that kind of sucks.
Was he going international with the trucks or just
No. Within Canada, he got arrested driving to Montreal, I think, or coming back from Montreal.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who snitched on him?
No one. He got pulled over, and then the cop was the one who like his lawyer is saying it's kind of weird that the OPP officer is the one who did all the inspection that the immigration should be doing.
Yeah.
But then OPP said that like their officers are allowed to work with like the law like that in that sense that they can figure that stuff out.
I don't get it. Isn't OPP is like provincial?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So it's not exactly. That's why I don't know. To be honest, at this point, who knows? Like it could be. He said the cop was saying to him when he was in the back of the car, like you're going back home tomorrow, like haha, like laughing and shit. To be honest, like obviously everybody knows Quebec is not. It's a pretty racist place. The guy wears a turban. Like it could have very easily just been one of those things where he's like, oh, this fucking immigrant from India, like let's just send him back home. Like
Try to get him out the pink. So you got arrested by you said OPP?
OPP, yeah.
But that's Ontario though.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so then maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. I don't know. I could still be right.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything for like Montreal? They call themselves over there.
I don't know. Montreal's always trying to be different, but
Montreal. I like the French. They're passionate.
Okay. Anyways, next topic.
All right. So I saw this video. So there's a lot of stuff I put in here without links.
Yeah, it's okay. I already know what you were talking about.
So you saw the video Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's his name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Got drop kicked in South Africa.
Yes. He got drop kicked, but he didn't move.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is? I sat back there and I'm like, why would anyone why would anyone outside of like say California who's not a Crip have an issue with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't know. Some people are just weird. Maybe it was a dare. Maybe it was like I dare you to see if you can make him like fall or something by drop kicking him, and then it just didn't work. And then
you know what? I think I say Arnold Schwarzenegger staged it.
You really think so?
I think he staged it.
For what purpose?
You see him, like I went to his account, he put the video up there.
Oh, he did?
He put the video on his Instagram account. He put his tweet talking about this shit. I'm like, yo, this guy staged that shit. And it doesn't make any sense.
I don't think he staged it. Like, what is he going to get out of it?
What we're talking about it. That's what you're getting out of it. That's what the thing is. Nowadays, you don't need, people just want to be in the conversation.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's staged. I think, if anything, it was like a dare from a friend, like a truth or dare thing. I play truth or dare when I'm in public. Like,
yeah, but I don't think Africans are like Americans, though.
I mean, they could be. I met a South African girl when I went to school in Baltimore. And
sounds
she
like a white girl you met.
Yeah. She seemed pretty.
This is a black child.
Oh. The kid was black. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I just saw the kick and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so I don't think them black South Africans are really doing the most like that.
I don't think it was staged.
I think it's staged.
Okay.
Watch when we'll never know, but like I think it's staged. I say it's staged. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is just like Brian Lockley. It's just like
who's Brian Lockley?
You know the swimmer that went to the other country for the Olympics. And he just
Ryan.
Lied.
His name is Ryan.
What I say? I call him Brian.
Brian. Yeah.
It's not the same thing, man.
It's Lock something. Not Lockley.
It's not Lock.
It's Lock something. Nah.
So he's a liar.
Yes.
He's a liar.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is a.
He's the one who stole from the store in China or something and got arrested for it, right?
No,
that's what you're talking about?
No. He was what was one of the Olympics? He was in like Russia or something like that, and he lied about some shit.
Okay, I think it was that store thing.
The store thing. What was it possibly? Or I thought the store thing was Leangelo Ball.
There was that too. It's happened a couple times. I don't know. Americans just like to steal.
Exactly, right? They want to go to a different country, do some wild shit. Arnold Schwarzenegger, although he is American by now, he was born in a different country, but like that guy probably set some shit up just because.
I don't think so.
I don't see any reason why anyone would want to drop kick Arnold Schwarzenegger for any type of reason.
A dare from a friend. Do you know how many stupid dares I dare my friends to do when we're out in public?
Yeah, drop kicking someone is not one of those things.
It could be. When you're drunk too, it definitely could be.
The kid wasn't drunk. It's the kid.
He might have been.
I mean, I think he set it up. To be honest with you, I put that on him.
Okay.
He's a liar.
I don't think so.
He
but
might
sure.
be a potential liar.
Okay.
So Offset voices concerns about abortion.
Yeah. He said it's slavery.
Yeah.
But it kind of like, okay, like I wouldn't say slavery, but I mean it is in a sense. You're kind of, in a way, you are kind of enslaving the woman's body by not letting her choose what she can do with it. Mm-hmm. Like, think of it this way. The government is literally, like, if I lived in Alabama, the government is allowing me to be raped or any sort of incest that happens. No, because in their law it says the abortions, you can't even have an abortion if you get raped or if there's any incest involved. You're not allowed.
No, they're not allowing you to get raped.
But in a sense they are, because it's like, yo, if somebody knows, so let's think of it this way. Let's say I'm dating someone named Bob, and then me and Bob break up, and he really wanted a kid like the whole time we were together. Yeah. And we break up, and then a couple weeks later he comes along and like while I'm like out in public, and then he pulls me aside and then he rapes me and then gets me pregnant because he wanted a kid with me that bad. I can't abort that baby because Bob wanted the kid. Bob knew even if he did rape me, it didn't matter because the state of Alabama is not going to give a fuck. So in that sense, it kind of is. And I just think it's really fucked up. So, I mean, obviously I agree with everything Offset said.
Did we talk about Alabama last week or we just talking about Georgia?
No, we did talk about Alabama too. No, it didn't happen then.
Oh, it was Georgia, right?
Yeah, it was just Georgia. I put it here, but we can talk about it now anyways since we're already on the topic. Yeah. But yeah, so they basically banned it. A couple other states have also come through with some weird laws. I know Missouri had something happening as well. Funny enough, the governor who had to sign it was some old white lady.
Yeah. Funny enough, that's funny.
And she signed it. And I don't know, it's definitely messed up, but another question I have, like, I want to know if Canada is going to be next, because so Andrew Scheer is someone who's running for the federal government, and I don't know shit about politics, but what I have heard is that he is like for like banning abortion, like he's kind of with it. They've said they're not reopening that subject since it was brought up or something, and they said they're not reopening it and they're not planning on changing any laws. But a lot of people who are pro-choice are saying that they don't believe, like a lot of those activists said that they don't believe that he's going to not bring it up. They think he's going to bring it back up and he's going to end up doing something with it.
On a federal level, I think it's going to be harder to do. Maybe on a provincial level, it's possible.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the provinces have their own sovereignty where they're able to have different type of laws within it.
I mean, I hope not. If something happens in Ontario, I'm moving to Saskatchewan.
Or they have a relaxed abortion laws.
I don't know, maybe.
I think Saskatchewan on the Midwest and the prairies, those places might be more strict. Those things might be the Bible Belt of our country.
I don't know, but yeah, I definitely think it's weird. It's weird to think that the government can govern your body as a woman.
Yeah, to be honest, I saw it and I'm like, why even put that? And then I came up with another conspiracy.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? Maybe all right. Don't be too mad at me.
Okay.
But I think the white race are obviously losing a lot of their bodies due to abortions.
Oh, so
right?
You think
Shh, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I think the white race is losing a lot of their bodies to abortion, right? And the only way to stop it is to put a very, restrictive halt on the white woman body, right? Because this is how they look at it. They're losing a lot of their white, Aryan, pureness to, let's say mixed breeds.
Okay.
And, abortion. And we have also the gay agenda that's being pushed forward. So that's taking away people. So the white race is really dwindling down. So Alabama, very religious, a very, conservative.
Very yeehaw state.
Yeah, very yeehaw, very conservative state. Look through and you know what? We're losing a lot of people to, impurity, abortion, death, and homosexuality. So we're going to have to force these women to build back the white race. And that's where I get at it. I'm like, all right, cool. If that's my conspiracy.
Okay. I mean,
but on the other hand, maybe it could just be some assholes who's like, you know what, stop killing these.
I think it's that. I think it's the latter. On the other hand, but great conspiracy. Hopefully, nothing happens in Canada in terms to that. But
I don't think so. I think in America they have the Roe versus Wade case, which stops a lot of was allowed for abortion to happen in the first place.
And so a lot of people are saying in Alabama that now that's brought up, this has been brought up to challenge it, whatever, and to kind of. So
here, this is the thing. So in state laws are different than federal laws. Although state laws can't trump federal laws, state laws can put forward laws which would have to, be kind of like accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Although like weed is illegal inside the United States, you could smoke weed freely in California and Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think also Washington too.
California too?
You can smoke, California.
I didn't know California.
You can smoke weed in California.
Oh.
But you can't, it's illegal. On a federal level, you could get years.
Mm-hmm.
But on a state level, you're
well. So even what's it called? So with Alabama, they're also saying if you travel to, so if a woman was to get pregnant, traveled, and she got an abortion, she's going to be charged with murder when she comes back to Alabama.
But that's if you figure it out. That's if you figure it out. And the doctors out get 99 years. That's 99
but
years
they can. But that's the thing. A lot of like when they do an abortion. So when I was reading up on it, I saw that like you have to sign papers, whatever, give your name. That obviously gets put into a system. Mm-hmm. If they type in your name and see that on the system you did it, then they're gonna fucking put you in jail for not having a baby you knew you couldn't support anyways in the first place.
I guess there's going to be a whole bunch of like black market abortions going on.
Yeah.
Happening inside the dusty couches of some woman's apartment.
Yeah.
With
I don't know,
barbed wire hanger.
Ew, stop. Oh my God. All I will say is that's so bad. That's a trigger for somebody who had an abortion. I'm sorry on Apollo's behalf.
Hold on. What do you mean? What type of abortion did they have?
I don't know, but if somebody had an abortion, that might be a trigger. Just shut up. I'm saving you right now. Just shut up.
I think Offset was a commendable.
Anyways, yeah, Offset, great job. And I'm just glad I don't live in Alabama.
All right, so what was Robert Pattinson?
Yes.
What do you think about him being the new Batman?
I mean, I don't watch Batman or any of that shit, so I don't really care.
You watch Twilight?
No.
You didn't watch Twilight?
I hated Twilight. I fell asleep during it.
So you didn't...
The only movie I've watched with Robert Pattinson is my favorite movie in the entire world, which is Remember Me. If you haven't seen it, I recommend. And that is when I liked Robert Pattinson.
You think he could get that off as Batman? You could freak it?
No, he's too, like, fragile and, like, nah.
Even as a vampire, he was kind of fragile, too. Man.
Yeah.
That sucks. All right, get him the fuck out of here, then.
Okay.
Kareem Hunt. I saw this one. I saw him apologize to the girl in the hotel. I don't think he should have apologized.
I don't think so either. She called him the N-word.
Yeah. And on top of that, I don't think he I think he's... Oh, I think he already took his L. He already got suspended for what? How many games before you're coming back? He's getting suspended.
A bunch. He got suspended pretty much in the football season, like almost the whole season.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no reason to apologize now. You already got your judgment. Now you just gotta, And
it happened almost like... Was it last year or this year?
Technically last year.
Yeah, so I don't...
Not almost a year ago. I think it was like later on in the year.
I don't think he should apologize.
No. And then you think this is a PR stunt or just maturity as a man?
I think it could be maturity.
You think he just got mature? It's like, you know what?
Yeah, because as a PR stunt, this wouldn't really do you any benefit.
Well, it's too late to now.
Yeah.
So you just, as right now, he's like, all right, man.
But I don't think that's... I think the
man.
mature situation is to not apologize because she was the one who did the wrong thing in the first place.
Yeah, sometimes
your actions were a repercussion of her actions towards you. So
yeah, sometimes in life you gotta learn to take the L. I don't know if this is like taking the L if you already took it already.
Yeah,
this is just
This is just weird.
Yeah, pandering, I guess.
Maybe.
Ayesha Curry. Oh, so she keeps on talking.
I mean, she became a little buzz and she took off with it.
She keeps on talking. She gotta shut the fuck up.
She said she had. I saw you wrote depression, postpartum depression. It's different.
Because she lost the baby.
Postpartum. No, she didn't lose the baby.
She gave birth to the baby.
Yeah, it's postpartum depression is like after you're pregnant. Obviously, everything changes on you, and there's also the depression of not being a good enough mom or something like that. Maybe this was her first boy, so that could be a thing as well. But she said she had a botched boob job because she wanted to get her boobs done after her third baby, and she said now they're worse than ever. I never thought Ayesha Curry would be one to get a boob job.
She keeps on talking, man.
I've always wanted a boob job. I still want one.
She keeps on talking. I just keep on hearing her talk, and I'm like, just shut up.
I mean,
like the more she talks, the more just
I think it's good she opened up about the postpartum.
She should have led with that.
Only because a lot of people like struggle with it and they don't really know. Sometimes you don't even know that you have it.
She should have led with that.
Yeah.
She should have led with that.
Well, she kind of did.
No, she didn't.
But
she should have led. She should have just popped out. Was like, man, postpartum depression has got me this way, and now I'm feeling like she should never said anything about the Steph thing, but she should have led with that.
Well, anyways, so That's her.
When she's
NBA YoungBoy's entourage is not being charged in the shooting.
what's a botched boob job? Like, it looks crazy.
Botched boob job is so. There's actually a show called Botched, where they show your fucked up plastic surgeries.
What's her sense of is it like her shit fucked up?
Maybe it could just be one is slightly bigger than the other, which is normal anyways. Or sorry, I don't know why I'm holding my boobs. So I'll tell you that. Or it could be like one might be like I don't know, like one might be lopsided, or maybe like the silicone wasn't like the right texture she wanted or something. I don't know. It could be anything. She didn't really get into details about what was so bad about it.
Maybe this is some PR shit.
Maybe
just wanted to feel sorry for her.
Yeah, so NBA YoungBoy's entourage not being charged in the shooting. They're saying it was self-defense, so the cops aren't charging them. So there we go. There we have it. The entourage was the one that was involved in the shooting.
Yeah.
So, but then a judge in Baton Rouge said that he must be detained following the recent shooting and prohibited social media posts. I do not understand.
Again.
Yeah, because I don't understand, but I don't understand what the point is for a judge to say you can't post on social media. Like how is that impacting anything? It's not. I don't think that's a viable, like...
Last year they did that shit to him.
Yeah, and he's been on social media since last year, has he?
Yeah. No. So he was actually gone for, like, those amount of times. He had dropped the album. He couldn't promote it on social media. Shit just fucked up for him.
I think that's like a stupid punishment. Like, what's the point?
I guess because it's, like... Judges are kind of getting creative with their judgments, and since I guess they look at social media as a factor, which leads to a lot of his, issues. You got to stay off that shit.
I really think it's pointless, and I don't think social media should be used as a consequence.
I don't understand why he's arrested, but at the same time, I get why he's arrested, because he's on a suspended sentence, 10-year sentence, because he was there's some drive-by he did when he was a teenager. They were like, all right, just don't get in trouble, and you'll be good. And ever since he got that suspended sentence, he's been getting in trouble. Yeah. And he's like, the shootout, technically, when someone shoots at you, you can't. It's
just let it happen.
It's not even that. It's like, I'm not going to provoke you to shoot at me.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Well, he wasn't even really involved in it, but
he's just people involved in it, and then like those my people, and I'm the biggest name in the circle, so it's like
exactly
I'm gonna get talked about.
Yeah, so that was crazy, but also just going off of that. So funny enough, the day our podcast dropped, like not all these other shootings, but two more.
Yeah, Yo
Gotti's tour bus
and
YFN Lucci's was both shot up as well. Interesting.
Ew, it was shot.
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
Everyone's getting shot at. Oh shit! I think the streets is pressing the rapper now.
Maybe.
I think the streets are looking for money, and rappers got the money, and rappers apparently be hanging with a lot of street dudes, and maybe they're not cutting the check.
And I heard if you kill a real street guy, you get credit.
If you kill
or it's good luck or something. I heard it in a song.
All right,
I'm a prime example of a suburban kid who gets her street facts from the song.
Trying to figure shit out. Or so what? Lamar regrets about cheating. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Lamar said he regrets cheating on Chloe in his new memoir he released, which is I put #timing on the page because like, what a coincidence. The book comes out at the same time. She just split up with Tristan a little while ago, and now he's talking about how he wants to be friends with them still, and like he misses the family and blah blah blah, which I get because he didn't have a family. Like his dad was like, I remember in some of the episodes they were showing, his dad just uses him.
Crackhead.
Yeah, but anyway, so that, and then he also in the book talks about how he used a fake dick to pass a drug test in the 2004 USA Team Olympics, because he said he was smoking weed every day that summer, and he knew there was no way he was going to pass the test, so they ordered a rubber dick. And then he like put it in his pants, whatever, strapped it on. And then he like the person watches you take the piss. So he was like super nervous. He unzipped his pants and put the rubber dick through the hole and just had to squeeze the tip for all the pee to get in the jar. And then he passed the test on the spot. I don't know how that really happened, but it did. I don't know. And it's not like either way though. I think they need to get rid of the whole like smoking weed in terms of passing a drug test for any sort of athletes, because weed is not something that's going to enhance your performance. It's not something. So I don't even think it's even, and it's already legal in a bunch of places. So I don't think there's even a point for it to be considered
I don't know why he shared that.
He's trying to get back on. He was funny enough. He was recently invited to the whole Fashion Nova Cardi B collection party that happened a couple of weeks ago as well. He was there.
Why?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing when I saw him on that carpet and the Fashion Nova posted. I was like, why the fuck did they invite Lamar Odom? Like, that's weird.
You know what, Lamar? Keep doing you, sir. You survived crack and you survived a whole bunch of shit in your life, and you're a former NBA star. So
really weird.
Whatever you got going on in your life, sir. Oh yeah, So I did see this yesterday. I saw this on Wranglers jeans. Country fans are mad with Wrangler jeans, and I looked at some of the Wrangler jean connection with the whole Nas X thing, and I'm like, I might cop myself one.
Yeah, it's smart on them because they're broadening their market. They might be losing some people, some racist people that are already in their market. But because I've seen one of the comments saying, like, I don't understand why we have to partner with them if it's like rap music that's trying to be country now. Like, what's the point? And all this shit. And I'm like, okay, cool. But Wrangler stands behind it. They defended all of it, and they were just like, no, we don't care. We're open to everyone.
Wrangler
so good for them.
Booty. Okay, so did you see this video of the mother confronting the classroom with students?
Yes, I did.
So you know what? When I saw that, it brought me back to about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago when we got that viral Toronto post of the daughter getting.
Whatever happened with that? Did we ever find out?
Oh no, I didn't catch up. I didn't follow up with that shit.
Okay.
I should, but I saw that and I was like, you know what? Maybe this mother should have done the same shit. But then again, I don't know if like a Toronto school teacher would let that get off in the classroom. But whoever was inside that classroom, I saw the teacher
just sitting there.
Right there like,
yeah, just watching. Like
maybe she fed up with her job. I was like, hey man, you
maybe, but even so, maybe it could also be the teacher could have been telling the kids off in the first place to stop bullying the girl, and they might have just been making fun of her. Because kids today are really bad in the terms that like they do shit to their teachers in order to get on Six Buzz or World Star or whatever it is. Like, so they just act up for no reason just to make it on social media, which is stupid. But
so these white kids pull up the phone while they saw the the women going in. They saw it as funny, and I looked back and I tried to compare two situations. I was like, maybe this Toronto woman should have just went to the school and was like, hey, anyone over the age of 18, you got an issue,
I will fuck you up.
I will fuck you up. I will fuck them up.
She shouldn't have said fuck you up. She said if you have an issue, you meet me outside.
She was really I think
polite.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think she was stern in what she was saying, and she was able to get her point across.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, that's a great way to do it. It's like, all right, if you're going to keep on doing it, if you got anyone over 18, it's like, I'll fuck them up. All right, then cool. That's what this one. I would wish that mother came to TDSB and did that some shit, and it was like, all right, cool. That's what it is. That's the energy you want to put out there. I'm like, all right, cool. I like that. Before, I think I came in going like, oh, this shouldn't have happened. I got very sentimental, but I think a mother wants to protect her child, and if this mother was going to go that length to go inside that classroom and tell those kids off, I respect it.
I definitely do too, because I know for a fact I would not have been that calm, first of all, if that was my kid. I would have fought all those kids on site and their parents. But her daughter ended up getting suspended for it because they said it was disruption of the classroom, which is fucked up. Because if the school isn't, I'm sure there were steps taken prior to this in order for the school to do something about it. If the school wasn't doing anything about it, then what else did they expect this woman to do? You know what I mean?
Sometimes you gotta take things in your own hands.
But I do think she shouldn't have cursed when she said it all. I think that's the one bad thing I will say that she did. But other than that,
I think they're investigating into it too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fucked up, but in a sense, it also kind of makes things worse for her kid too. In a sense, a little bit, just because now kids are going to be making fun of her for.
Nah, sometimes that might actually,
Sometimes,
because I think I grew up in the era when you mess with someone, it's like, I'm gonna get my big brother come see you.
But that's same. But that's the thing. I was just gonna say, if it was her dad who came in and did it, fine, or a big brother who did it, fine. But because it's her mom, like it's another woman, people are just like whatever. Like it's just a girl.
I think so, and then actually you keep on. The thing is, you can only poke at a situation so long until it explodes on you, and then this is what exploded, and then there's everything after this is like, all right, you bring it upon yourself. Keep on touching my daughter, keep on trying to do some shit with my daughter, I'm gonna catch your parents slacking.
Yeah.
Knock them upside their head. Now you're going like, oh no, what the hell happened? Why did it go this far? It's like, no, you brought it upon yourself. You didn't have to bully. Your parents didn't teach you right.
They didn't, yeah. And I guess the last thing we're gonna talk about that we have time for is I want to talk about the Gucci turban. So obviously Gucci released a turban. It was actually on the runway back in, I think, Milan in October. And they released a $790 turban as a fashion statement.
Taylor Swift is nasty. I just want to say that.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. Back to the whole washing your legs when you shower. She said only when she shaves her legs because, quote, shaving cream is like soap, right? No, it's not. Wash your damn legs.
Gucci probably stink.
Anyways, so back to the turban. They released the turban, and obviously a lot of Sikh people were offended by it. Myself included, only because Nordstrom took it down and they apologized, whatever. Gucci hasn't said anything. And I had a conversation with my friends about it, and they were like, how did this pass? And I was like, I can understand how, like, the blackface sweater shouldn't have passed. Everybody in this world knows what blackface is. Not everybody's educated on the significance of the turban. People aren't even educated on what group it even belongs to. So it's offensive because it's like every day, like, people who wear turbans are targeted. They're bullied in school. Kids are bullied in school for it. They're targeted just in terms of like authorities and things, especially at the airport. And it's like after 9/11, the first person to get murdered after 9/11 was a Sikh man with a turban because he was confused for a terrorist because he wore a turban. And it's like now the white people want to profit off of it and make $800 off of this turban that we're constantly attacked for and made fun of for. And it's just stupid. And like that's the whole reason. So the Sikh coalition formed, and they're the ones who were like trying to get Gucci to like apologize. They got Nordstrom to take it down, and somebody even said something. There was something here that I want to find, because obviously, and I've said it before when we were talking about the just hilarious thing. The turban is a symbol of equality that was originally put in place to show, because it used to be a hierarchy system, and it was originally put in place that everyone's going to wear turbans so that we're all seen as equal. There was something here that this writer said that I really liked the way she said it. I can't find it, but yeah, pretty much like Gucci needs to get rid of it. I don't think they will, just because, again, not a lot of people are educated on, I mean, it's the 5th biggest religion in the world, but like out of all the religions in the world, being the 5th biggest isn't that big. So I don't know.
I think there's got to be more of an uproar. There
does. But that's the thing is, though, there is an uproar, but because you got to think of it this way. Again, like the reason I got into media is so that I can have a voice on these things. There's not a lot of people in media who are Sikh who can have a voice on these things. So I feel like that's the reason that the uproar isn't. Obviously, there's a lot of black people in media. There's a lot of white people in media. There's not very many other races or whatever within media. That maybe the next thing, I would say the next biggest is Latinas and Latinos. But after that, it's like there's not really many others, and there's not really, so that uproar is kind of pushed down because no one is really talking. Like, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe if I wasn't on the podcast, like, you wouldn't necessarily know that.
All right, people.
We got cut off. Sorry, we're checking back in, but that's it.
That is the end of our podcast. This has been another episode of the Educating the Reckless podcast with your host Apollo P
and No Better Nina.
And we'll see you back next week. Okay?
Yep.
After
bye.
Nina comes back from LA.
Vegas. I'll have a story. Bye.
Easy.